Have you ever had a class that you tried to teach, but like 20 different brains they wanted you to reach? Let me tell you a story of my situation. I was teaching at the school in the U.S. nation. I used to teach the whole class all together. Some kids were low, some were high, and some were in the middle. But they didn't all get it's what I realized. Knew I had to make the learning more personalized. Started out collecting data and no, not lieutenant. I'm talking exit tickets and digital content. Then based on that, I split them into groups, being careful as a surgeon like C. Everett Koop. I had a small group and then collaboration, an independent practice and a digital station. Each student gets to learn at their level, no sulking. They're not getting left behind like Macaulay Culkin. It's all about reaching out to students where they are, creating an environment that raises up the bar. For student mastery, yeah, it's worth every penny. Like Mr. Miyagi helping the guy from My Cousin Vinny. You want kids to succeed, so I say you've got to blend. Yeah, I say you've got to blend. Oh, baby, you want kids to succeed, so I say you've got to blend. So I say you've got to blend. Oh, baby, you want kids to succeed, so I say you've got to blend. So I say you've got to blend. The story's not done yet, I'm still working it out. It takes time and patience, there isn't any doubt. But take it step by step like my boy Bobby Ewing. Things will get better as you learn what you're doing. So give it a try, cause I know that you can do this. We all want to do what's the best for our students. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing. So sit back and relax as I try to sing. You want kids to succeed, so I say you've got to blend. Yeah, I say you've got to blend. Oh, baby, you want kids to succeed, so I say you've got to blend. So I say you've got to blend.
Hello, everybody. What did you listen? That you listened was about the blended learning. Today we are going to see what is the co-learning and what is the blended learning. First, I'm going to talk about what is the co-learning. It's an acronym of a computer-assisted language learning. The main idea of this method is to use technology for learning a new language. The teachers has to use different tools and software and interactive materials, blogs, what else? The students has to have the prior knowledge about tools of technology, have to get involved. What are the advantages of coding? Reduce the workload of teaching, improve the motivation, provide the immediate feedback. The students can work at home and promote interactive learning. What are the disadvantages? First, not everyone has access to a computer. If possible, to the context or the economic factor. And other disadvantage is the limits the interaction between the students and the teacher. And now we are going to see what is the blended learning. We are going to listen a commercial.
Persuasion. Persuasion. Persuasion.
Did you mean persuasion?
Pronunciation by OpenEnglish.com.
Sit down, cowboy.
I don't think so.
¡Qué mal inglés!
Keep rolling. Come on, mami.
Se dice make my day.
Profesores norteamericanos 24 horas al día.
Okay, can you recognize what was the commercial or what was the company? If you think about it, Open English is true. The commercial was about Open English. Open English is centered their teaching in the blended learning. Why? Because they have to combine the interactive between the teacher and the students and use the materials on the internet. We are going to see what is the blended learning. The blended learning is a term used to describe the way e-learning is being combined with traditional classroom method and independent study. The teacher can only design the structure because learning is an activity for each student, which design visible or behind the teacher. The blended learning is not a learning model based on a general theory of learning. It's the application of analytic and practical thinking. The blended learning not to place material on the internet, but to take advantages of materials that exist in it. Advantages of the blended learning. You can benefit from the abundant material available online. The blended learning reduces the student's cost and the institutional cost and reduce the time. For example, when people is working or has a lot of occupations, um, the the teaching is reduced in the time with this method. What are the disadvantages in this method? Rick's early experiences depends of the structure, and now we are going to see what is the difference between blended learning and co-learning. Co-learning only use technology for learning a new language, and the blended learning use a combination of technology and traditional way to teach. Now, on the other hand, the commercial Open English center the uh, the teaching in the blended learning. And there are a lot of institutions or universities that has the teaching in co-learning. For example, here in Colombia, UNAT is a institution or is a university that has to teach online. Okay, and it's all for today. Thank you for seeing me. Bye bye.